아마 오늘 새벽에 전용 열차를 이용해 러시아 내로 들어가는 준비되어 있습니다. 특히 군부 인원들을 다수 재동원 내로 조례할 때 국내산 무기설에 기술 기전과 관련된 협상이 진행될지에 대해서 예의주시하고 있습니다.
Now, pictures show that he is likely accompanied by top arms industry officials, among other diplomats and military commanders. Among the delegation are prominent military members of the ruling party, including Munitions Industry Department Director Zhou Changryong. Analysts say the makeup of the delegation suggests the visit will mainly focus on defense industry cooperation and security affairs. Speculations have been mounting that Kim Jong-un rarely leaves his country and had not travelled since the coronavirus pandemic, would meet Putin to discuss potential arms deals for the war in Ukraine.
Have a way with words.
No, thank you, Peppers, but I'm just going to keep packing, please.
The North Korean leader's last trip abroad was also to Vladivostok in 2019. During that visit, he was traveling for his first summit with Putin. It was after the collapse of North Korea that the summit talks with then US President Donald Trump.
And you don't need to bother cleaning up too much when you're out of the internet.
Thank you so much. Pepper, and please leave the radio on when you're gone for faster than our family. We can afford it.
Yeah, of course.
Взаимной поддержки друг друга. Направление.
Okay, no, please don't stop.
Now, the possible meeting between the leaders highlights the recent developments where the two nations are seemingly boosting their historical ties as well. Moscow, it was a crucial backer of the isolated nation for decades. Moreover, their ties go back to the founding of North Korea, which was more than 75 years ago.
Hey! I saw that! Get back here!
North Korean leaders and their famous train journeys have caught the imagination of the world for quite some time now, with Kim Jong-un taking another train journey to Russia. We demystify the tradition and the train for you in the next 1 minute. First, let's talk about the tradition. North Korean leaders, starting right from Kim Jong-un's grandfather, Kim Il-sung, have taken long train journeys for foreign trips. In the 70s and the 80s, Kim Il-sung took his own train to visit communist nations of Vietnam and those in Eastern Europe. Kim Jong-un's father, Kim Jong-il, also took a 10-day train journey to get to Moscow in 2001 to hold a meeting with Vladimir Putin. Continuing that tradition, Kim Jong-un also took a train trio to Russia in 2019. And now coming to the specifications of this train, the train which Kim Jong-un is taking to Russia is named Tianghu, the Korean word for sun. The train rattles at just about 50 kilometers per hour. This is due to its heavy armored protection, which provides the passengers with a bulletproof security cover. But the train is not just about security, it's also about comfort. The almost 20-carriage train is fitted with red leather armchairs, a French restaurant on board. Russian diplomats can say all kinds of delicacies are served on the train. Reports say the train also has conference rooms, audience chambers, as well as bedrooms, along with satellite phones and flat-screen televisions installed for treatments. Now sounds much more like just a train.
Ja, dat vind ik veel fijner eigenlijk. En als we het zelfs kunnen doen, dan betaal ik ook als het goed is. Maar dat doe ik nooit, ik scan alles, want ik ga dat niet riskeren.
Stelen door klanten kost één grote supermarktketen al 100 miljoen per jaar. Privé-detective Harry van Schaik helpt ondernemers diefstal te verminderen.
Als ik in de supermarkt loop met mijn supermarktkleding aan, ik weet gewoon aan de volgende medewerker, dan voelt iemand dat hij niet meer aan hem is.
Bijna 80% van onze panelleden
Now,
groet
for
winkelpersoneel.
we have been joined by Dr. Gilbert, International Affairs Analyst, author, and so welcome to the show.
Echt niet.
My pleasure.
As I mentioned earlier, Kim Jong-un is in Vladivostok. How do you assess the significance of this trip, and how do you think Western powers would react to the apparent war of price between Russia and North Korea?
Het maakt me een boodschap doen om wat raar. Well, the trip to Vladivostok is not done nicely. I hardly anyone puts the media has talked about the context, and I would like to do that just a moment. The context is that he's arriving
laten ze me ook wel eens
That's
graag.
the
Ik vind het spannend. Laat me zeggen,
second
ik heb dus
day
een confrontatie.
of
Nee, dat is zeker
the
gebeurd.
Eastern
De
Economic
bouw zegt
Forum
dat zij hun
Wellness Forum,
medewerkers goed
to which
trainen voor zo'n
hundreds of
situaties. Daar
guests
denkt FNV
have
anders over.
arrived, most
Jongeren, die
contingents
zijn daar
of
te jong
Russia
voor.
itself, but there was parts of
Opgeleide
very
mensen staan
important
hier voor
foreign guests,
de
including
werkenden.
the vice president of
Zo
Laos,
meteen
who
in
is
deze
on the dais
uitzending.
today,
Ben jij
and the
goed
vice
voorbereid
premier
op een ramp?
of
We hebben in
Myanmar.
ieder geval wat
The
tips.
point is that the Russian
Maar
government
eerlijk,
is
4
there in
dagen
spring.
na de
Therefore, the
jaarwisseling
meeting
zijn sommige
between
huisdierbezitters
Kim
nog steeds
and Putin
wanhopig op
is
zoek
more
naar
than a
hun
meeting
vermiste
of two
hond of
leaders.
kat.
It's
Die
clearly a
gestoorde
meeting of
vuurwerk in de
delegations.
benen hebben genomen.
The Russians
Samen met
have
hulporganisaties kan er
for the purposes of the ongoing forum a very large team of ministers
Een lege mandje.
responsible for fields that will be necessarily part of discussion. I don't mean they're just the minister of the Ministry of Defense. I mean also those responsible for logistics, for example, the railways, those responsible for infrastructure projects of all kinds, those responsible for agriculture and other topics that are likely to come up in the discussions between the delegations from North Korea and from Russia. So the context is one set for a comprehensive discussion of North Korean and Russian relations, not narrowly focused on one subject, what was going by what the military
Hoe
argument.
zou jij auto nu
But if I
omschrijven?
can step back and look at that second topic, which has been the focus of attention in the West, the notion has been that the Russians are intending from North Korean supplies of additional artillery shells and that the possibility of medium-range ballistic missiles for which North Korea is a major supplier. That is part of the story, and we'll get to that. But I think it's all being put on the wrong background. It's being put on the assumption that Russia needs these urgently for its ongoing war in Ukraine. I don't believe that's the case. I believe we're talking about long-term supply.
Een van de verdachten van een dodelijke steekpartij op een festival in Amsterdam mag zijn rechtszaak in vrijheid afwachten. Het gaat in mei vorig jaar op het festival Solid Roof geweest. De 21-jarige Jimmy wordt doodgestoken. Hij probeert zijn zwager te helpen. Die wordt
Russia's
aangevallen
preparing for war with
met mes.
NATO.
Op het festival
That's the
worden
idea.
ook meerdere
The
mensen
Russians
behoofd.
don't need
De
these
20-jarige
supplies
medeverdachte
for the
Artemio
ongoing
1,
war in
nu
Ukraine.
voorwaardelijk
They're doing
vrij.
just fine.
Hij zou wel bij de vechtpartij betrokken zijn, maar niet
Including
bij de dood
agreements
van Jimmy.
with North Korea
De tweede verdachte is
on
op vrij
these
voet
medium-range ballistic missiles, for which North Korea is said to have among the most advanced equipment in the
Goed
world,
nieuws voor
and on
schaatsliefhebbers.
agreeing
Vanaf
for
volgende week wordt het
supply
begin van
of
schaatsweer.
artillery
Maar zou je
shells.
zeggen, water genoeg
The
om te
Russians will
schaatsen.
be
En
better
dat beeld
positioned
die ondergelopen
to
weilanden,
pursue
daar kan je
a
naar alle
major
waarschijnlijkheid
offensive
springen op schaatsen.
against Ukraine
Om die
in coming
besloten
months.
of
What do
aangelegde
I mean?
natuurijsbanen
We
vriezen
already
dicht.
know
Maar door het
from
hoge en
news released by
snelstromende
the
water
Russians
zullen
2
de
days ago
minder
that
waarschijnlijk
they have brought up to the front
Nederland is het ook heel
large numbers of elite songbirds, their hypersonic flight missiles. These were used very sparingly for now. And the reason is that Russia, unlike NATO, has been careful to prepare for follow-on expansion of this war to beyond the frontiers of Ukraine to a NATO-Russian war. Western Europe has given to Ukraine a vast amount of armaments that have staged and, frankly speaking, has demilitarized itself voluntarily. The Russians have not done that. They've been very sparing in application of their most advanced equipment, whether it be these hypersonic missiles or their latest T-90 most advanced tanks. And the Russians are going to buy from North Korea what they need for the future. That's
ziet
what
er
they
niet
need
zo
to
spannend uit. Wat zijn het precies? Het zijn, zo kan ik laten zien, het zijn een soort tabletten die uit de verpakking geëet zijn. Met alle mineralen en energie die je nodig hebt. In het verleden zagen we al een grote stijging met de inval in Oekraïne en zo ook nu met alle waterstanden. Zien we dat veel mensen daarmee bezig zijn. Weet jij wat ze moet doen in een noodsituatie?
Let's put this
De meeste
again
mensen
in a
bij het Rode Kruis proberen ze met dit soort filmpjes
It's widely assumed that
bewust te
Russian-Chinese
maken dat je goed
relations,
voorbereid moet zijn
Russia
op
is
corona.
doing